Thank you.
All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Beginning our Veterans Committee meeting of May 2024. Please rise for the pledge of allegiance and moment of silence.
Behind them.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Any public comments? We have somebody here. Hello, how are you? Hi.
Everybody. Detective Mary Nieves with Miami-Dade Police Department, and I'm assigned here to the town of Miami Lakes. And I work together with Officer Robin Amador. We've been working to try to ramp up our crime prevention efforts here in the town of Miami Lakes. And part of what I've been doing is joining him at some of the public safety committee meetings. And so the Public Safety Committee for the town of Miami Lakes is promoting the little poster there. It's because May is Law Enforcement Appreciation Month. And so we wanted to try to light up the town too. And so that's why I'm here, just to give you all a little flyer, a little card to let you know about it. And then,
So you want us to like get a blue light?
Yes.
yeah, so if you could,
Oh, you're gonna pass out a blue
yeah, I'm
light?
gonna pass them out, yes,
cool.
but also like, for example, I got, a spotlight, a solar spotlight, and
Yeah.
put it in the front yard to light up a palm tree or something like that, and but these are just little lights where maybe you could put in a window, and also just to, let your neighbors know and you can let your neighbors know about it as well. And so I know some communities also have their chats.
Where
so,
can they purchase them?
we didn't organize like to sell them or anything. It's something we may consider for next year.
Okay.
But I just, we just.
She's on night to distribute to all the other different committees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just wanted to visit some of the committee meetings to
Absolutely.
let you all know as some of the most important volunteers and leaders of the community. I figured I would reach out to you all to be sure you were aware of it, and we can see if maybe we can light up the town.
Yeah.
Also, it's listed on there, but the date is not on there because we wanted to be able to use the cards for other years if necessary. But the town council meeting, well, of course, you all would be aware of it,
14th
Tuesday, the 14th of May. And at that council meeting, they're going to have a proclamation. And we're trying to have our Miami-Dade Police Department memorial vehicle here as well. And you know, just
We also give a proclamation to the retired chair of the Air Dealers Committee.
that's what,
Wanna give her-
yeah, that's gonna be.
Is there any specific, is it the entire month of May, is the
Yeah.
law enforcement appreciation?
Yes, it's the
Yeah.
entire month,
Also Police Week, I believe
Yes.
it's Sunday, May 12th to the 8th.
yeah.
Is there any certain like any events that are happening around it or anything like particular?
No,
Okay.
no specific events, just at the town council meeting and the proclamation. And, you know, we'll take any ideas or suggestions.
On the 7th, there's a copy with the cop. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the format, you know, residents come out, talk to police officers. Free coffee
Where it's gonna be?
at BB's Big House.
Main Street.
At 8:30, so.
Like 7 and 8:30 AM?
What was your name again?
8:30.
Yes, and I.
May 7th?
Yeah.
Okay.
Be like Victor E.
8:30, yeah, makes sense.
Miriam, first name's Miriam.
So that's.
And I'm assigned to General Investigations Unit here at the town of Miami Lakes, but because I have a certification with the state for crime prevention, and I'm working with our neighborhood resource officer, I'm officer.
Okay.
And you're a
Oh, Robin.
2024 Woman of Distinction from Miami Lakes.
Wow, yes.
Right.
Congratulations on that.
Thank
She
you.
would, oh, wow.
Here we know. It's a big house.
Right next to you.
Yeah, okay, right, okay. Yes, congratulations.
Congratulations.
All
Wow.
right, thank you all.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for
Thank
coming.
you.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Thank you. I forgot to have roll call.
Okay,
Mr. Perez. Present.
Larry.
So Gary. Brett. Judy. Pedro.
Yes.
Nicole.
Here.
Ed. Chris.
Yes.
Catherine. Alejandro. Here. Will. And James.
It's still okay? It's still okay?
I have no idea.
Good job. Oh, yeah.
Do you know?
I think it's just.
One more public comment. I made this before the meeting, but now so it's officially on the record. Coming up Monday for the entire week, it is Fleet Week for the first time in 35 years in Miami. Gonna be out of the port of Miami. Ship tours are available 48 hours before you want to go. You can go online to fleetweekmiami.com.
What's the date again?
Tickets. It starts Monday night and it goes all the way through Saturday.
Just coming.
Tickets are available. So if you want to go, for example, on Saturday, you have to request your tickets on Thursday.
What's the cost of tickets?
Nothing. It's just your, it's
Oh,
for,
just
it's
want to
for
organize it to
control
make sure.
of how many come on board.
Oh, I recommend, if you can go,
Yep.
you've never been on a Navy warship,
Yep.
go. I mean, it's really interesting.
Mhm.
I mean, unless you've been on a Navy warship.
They're also looking, if you're available, they're looking for volunteers for the ship tours. You're not gonna be giving your ship tours just to check everybody in. They have three sessions, 8 to 11, 11 to, no. It's 8 to 11, noon to 3, and 6 to 8. They're really need volunteers for the nighttime one from 6 to 8. Yep. That's pretty much it.
What's the website?
Fleetweekmiami.com.
Was it?
Fleetweekmiami.com. Or if you just Google Fleet Week Miami, it's the first one that comes up too. Yeah, they're limiting each tour group to about 25 people.
Thank you. Should be really good.
How about
Any additions, deletions and referrals?
Gary, did you still want to talk about the bricks?
Off and on, we talked about the memorial.
Well,
bridge.
just for the order of business.
Yeah,
and
yeah, we're gonna add something about if it could be replaced. Many of them. They're completely erased,
Completely erased.
that you can't read them.
Was the family members, like, they purchased those bricks? Was that how they worked?
The ones here?
Yeah,
No,
No.
when we first started, it was $100, it was a posted and, like a postcard it looked like. And we just, anybody that wanted to purchase one would purchase one. Didn't have to be family members, it could be anyone. Mhm.
but I think with either because of what they're using for the cleaning, for the brush, they just went out.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Hmm.
Because they were printed on, right? I don't think they were engraved.
Yeah, they haven't written.
Very shallow, very shallow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but next time that those need to be
Sealed.
sealed somehow.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, I agree.
and then don't use any of that.
So is there something you want us to do? Is there a motion like we want to present that we
Yeah,
go to
I
public,
would, yeah, to-
public or? Parks and Rec? Who runs it? Public Works or Parks and Recreation? The Parks?
It's a facility thing. We can add it to the order of business. It'll be a quick thing to address because we've already brought it up to the facility staff, so.
Okay. So, I mean, it'll be. We want a motion for something? We're trying to get something done here, Gary? What do you
We,
propose?
you have a motion to add funds because it's gonna require money to replace the
Right.
bricks.
You made a motion?
Motion that we seek
Fund some
prices
repair?
and costs involved in the project.
Yeah, I think we should first identify the costs.
Yep.
Let's first identify the costs. And then see if we have the funding to support it. So there's a motion on the table, seconded by Pedro, to identify the cost to replace those bricks. Any discussion? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
That motion passes.
And on the staff side, I would recommend that. In the order of business is after the committee report, because the committee goes up in June.
Hmm.
I know it's kind of. Not far off, but you know,
Yeah, we should start.
the deadline is the 31st, then we meet at the very first of the month, so.
Yep.
Just a couple of things that we can talk about at the end of the meeting.
So let's add that to, new business, as, I guess, we'll put Memorial Day, new business A, and then page B, page Bravo would be the committee report.
And we, I met, when I went to baseball, I met, this guy said he have a very, very large Jewish organization. He would like to meet with some people for the veterans. So I told him to call me. We can set up an appointment with Gary and with you
All right.
and see, because they say they're willing to help us.
Oh, that'll be fantastic.
So I told him it'd be nice, so
Yeah,
we can do
yeah.
something.
That'll be great.
I told him maybe you'll be able to help us with the park. We're planning to do for the maybe, so give us some money.
Yeah, I mean, we could, use,
He promised to call me next
funding
week.
for the Veterans Park.
He told me this week it was out, but he's coming back next week and he'll gonna call me. So I told Gary already. Yeah, I'll call him and you.
Okay, any other additions, deferrals, or deletions? All right, moving right along, the minutes, they're not ready yet, but they've been submitted, but, they're not ready to be reviewed. So I make a motion to defer the minutes till next meeting.
I look to amend that, also add to defer the minutes from March.
Yeah, we're still waiting.
We're still waiting on those.
Yeah,
That's,
all right,
that was
so-
Ed. And I'll reach back out to him.
All right, so we need to, so we have, okay, so motion's been amended, deferring the minutes from March and April. Do I have a second for that motion?
I'll second.
It's seconded by Mr. Sanchez. All those in favor? Right. Old business, the Sir Speedy big check for us to present to the town. I'm still working on that. I'm gonna donate it. I'll have it done. The Veterans Vegetable Victory Garden, the town really wants a super detailed plan, and that's okay. And, you know, I just haven't had a chance to give it to them, you know, so I'm gonna do a 5-paragraph order. You're gonna get annexes, you're gonna get appendices. I hope you enjoy it. You know, so I'm not kidding. I'm gonna do a 5-paragraph order with annexes and appendices.
Yeah.
You know, that way they can say, okay, well, wow, that's a good. Scholarship update? Do we have anything? Anyone?
Yes, and I just want to say, maybe next time we let the process play out. Because I think sometimes we see like no submissions, one submission and we freak out. So we have 7 right now. It technically closes out tomorrow. I mean, 7's great. Once the deadline is finished, which would be 5 p.m. tomorrow, I'll send it to the committee. Cause I'm under the assumption that you guys are gonna be the ones that want to verify the
Well, make sure
qualifications.
you can pre-screen stuff for us, like make sure they make the minimum qualifications of being a Miami Lakes resident and all that stuff, you know?
Yeah, I have it all. I have all 7 scanned because I don't wanna have to sit there and do 8 at once. I've been doing it as they've come in.
Right.
And
So all 7 of these, they're Miami Lakes residents and
They make it
Current
through your-
student?
they make the prerequisites.
I think, just for a little, this is just supplemental because we set it up that if you qualify, you get it. 6 of them are from actual veterans. One of them is, the child of an active duty member, so.
Oh, cool.
No, and we have grandchildren, we have, children themselves, you know, so there's a good mix of it,
Nice.
so.
Any veterans themselves?
They said, yeah.
Okay.
They just say they're actual, some of them are veterans or themselves.
Well, some of them are,
Children.
Children of active
children
duty.
of active duty members, children of veterans,
Okay.
grandchildren of veterans, so there's there's like a
Good
mix.
Yeah.
I will say I got a couple phone calls of people that live on the cusp of the boundaries of the town.
Sorry.
And to be clear, this isn't, you know, oh, we should have thought about it. The committee did think about it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's because, you know, PSN, we generally consider it like my next family, but
You know, I mean, in
I think
fact, we got
that's
7.
that's just me.
That tells me that we have a population out there that we can serve.
That's just information I wanted to give you guys because I think it was.
Do you know what schools are coming from?
There's Coleman, there are. A bunch of university kids that are actively enrolled in universities that are children of veterans, so we have, you know, Harvard College, ULM.
So I better get that big check made, that way we
Yeah.
have something to show.
And remember, we want to tie this into the 2024 reindeer run, maybe have like a presentation.
Oh,
Okay, these are the,
The 7 students that.
yeah, we
that
can
benefited from the.
pick a name for them, but you know,
The
Yeah.
oldies.
the future, you know, the future of Miami Lakes veterans and.
Yeah.
Military appreciation, so that'll be finalized tomorrow.
Awesome. That's really good news.
Yes, that is amazing news.
All right. Military banner replacement. Where we at?
Yeah, also ready to go out. We needed a vote because Gary, let me know about some banners that maybe pulled out of, rotation or not rotation, it's not hung up completely and it didn't.
Why? Gary, why are we taking banners out?
No longer resident,
So they were at one point.
and no, I'm not there. From here.
So the
You're
town,
gonna need more. Because they're supposed to be for residents.
I guess, you know,
I can see that happening if we're out of space. And out of like, we have a waiting list, but right now we don't. And we're trying to fill all of Miami Lakes Drive.
I will say those, and this is gonna be an update for you.
And there's some that are deceased, that they have no families. Like I know one is. Doesn't have anything.
Okay.
So,
You talking
if
about George?
the committee
George
did
Fleming?
wanna approve that, because we didn't feel like it was something that we could just not have come to a vote. Even if you guys did vote to pull those out, we wouldn't do it for this year
Well,
because,
I guess, yeah, let me ask the question. I mean, do we have the space to hang them up?
That's,
yeah, we do.
And were they at one time Miami Lakes residents?
Yeah, I mean,
one.
if they've been in the system.
Yeah, like
and
once they die,
They
I mean,
predated
I
me.
think. To me, I kind of like the fact
Fill it up?
that it becomes like a living memorial to
Right.
them,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Well, we have Richard.
Like, we have a vice admiral up there
Richard.
who
Yeah,
died
but
and,
resident.
you know.
And-
One.
And I
The
want to be
banner
clear,
is not-
those will be printed this year.
Yeah.
You guys can, I know, I get the sentiment that you guys are not gonna approve pulling them out, but if you did, it would be for next year.
Yeah,
They will
if
be
we,
printed
and
for
and
next
if
year.
we, and
Cause
if
this,
we.
I feel like this, and I'm sorry to interrupt you,
Go ahead.
I feel like this kind of procedure of pulling them out is something that the council should look at,
Right.
because.
Well, you know, eventually, if we
Hard
start
feelings.
running out of space, if we
Then-
start running out of space,
Then we have a wait list.
then, you know, we have to probably come up with a, you know, priority of what we pull off first, you know, and it'll probably be somebody who's passed away and has no family in Miami Lakes, you know what I mean? And then we'll probably, you know, the next category will be, you know, I want to save those who have family in Miami Lakes, you know, those who have, you know, had a business in Miami Lakes and no longer do business in Miami Lakes. Remember, that's one of the categories, you know what I mean? Those who are member of the American Legion, but they live in PSN and, you know, and they're no longer with us and, you know, we'll come up with a priority list of who will be removed.
Right.
If we ever get to a shortage, so we don't have to work on that now.
Can we find out how many maximum we can hang?
Yeah, we've been doing that because we share 154 with the education advisory banners,
Yeah.
the graduate banners and
That's the
that
thing,
was.
it's getting stretched
That was
out.
a fantastically successful year this year, we sold 58,
Okay.
and it's usually like 40, high 30s.
Yeah. I mean, the
And so
educational
we
People are
the-
catching on.
you know, you're talking about the graduate, the 2024
Right,
graduate.
the graduate banners.
The parents pay for those, right?
Right.
But that's a moneymaker for the town.
Oh, no, we even out,
Even.
we even out, yeah, we even out.
Okay. All right. I don't know, just in case, you know.
But yeah, the topic of
Those banners
space,
suddenly come to a
the
horrible
topic of
demise.
space has come up, we do have the space for it, but it's just, I guess, a policy to consider going forward.
Do you know what the deadline is for the student ones? By
Oh, it passed April 26th, we just,
So, and when is
All
ours?
right.
no, that's been
So-
passed, we've still been accepting,
Yeah, because we
We did last
we
year.
opened it up and made a motion to have it be.
On a rolling
year round.
basis,
Yeah, on a
yeah.
yearly basis.
Right.
But we have, you know, of course, we have to submit our advice at the time, so we
Right.
still effectively have deadlines.
But what is our deadline before the students one? Is it the same one?
So the programs run concurrently, I think they end at the same time. Because right now I've been finalizing the information, the dates to go on at the photos.
Okay.
And so after this meeting, or probably while you guys were discussing, I'll send the message to the printer. To go take care of it, it's 109, once we have the invoices, I'll get with Fred and
Yeah,
Sounds good.
deadline for the veterans one.
pound budget minus.
Yeah.
And they start going up right before Memorial Day.
On that weekend.
I don't know if it's before or after, I think,
Before.
I think
It's before.
education
Always
is
before.
after.
No,
it's always.
No, I'm saying, I think education is after.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but Memorial, the veterans is before.
Yeah,
So,
I have
like a
to,
week before.
I have to
Memorial.
reconnect.
And
All right,
then they're
I have
uninstalled
to
the
look
week
at
after Veterans Day.
The position of allowed.
Kids.
Way
No,
low.
And the
No, the
veterans,
veterans were removed.
yeah.
And then the kids go down.
Okay, let's talk about a presentation ceremony once I get that big check. And they can crank it out pretty quickly, because I have one made for the American Legion for us to use for some donations we'll be giving the American Legion Post. So the town meeting is May 14th. I'm going to try to shoot for May 14th, the town council meeting, so we can do that presentation. And I know, Gary, you got the check, you deposited it, right? Yeah, so thank you very much, town.
Thank you.
for mailing your check. Yeah, it's been deposited into the American Legion account. You know, so I appreciate that, and so just so we can put on, when they do that presentation and stuff right before the town council meeting. So we can get on, in the queue, because I know there's quite a few of those things they do.
And I will.
You want
say-
to Yeah, if you want to be there, sure.
Tuesday the 14th.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
There's
will
also
say-
a swearing in ceremony. For Brian.
Yes,
For the newest council
the
member.
new councilman.
It's
It's gonna be prior to the 6 p.m.
Meeting.
Well, the meeting at 6:30, the presentation, they try to do it at 6.
And we can enter the proclamation.
Regular will be before 6, so hopefully it won't interfere with the thing.
Yeah, but the proclamation will be during the actual meeting, but this is pretty forward, and it will be quick, we'll be brief, we'll be brilliant, we'll be gone. So, but I think it'll be good for us as the Veterans Committee to be presenting a check, it's $10,000 to the town to put a memorial.
So I,
Check to the American Legion Post.
yeah, the Legion one for sure, the staff is still a little,
Yeah.
it's a little weird. The
Yeah.
Veterans Committee giving the town money, because it's just an internal movement.
I know.
And we already had a check presentation with headquarter giving us money, like it's already something that's kind of been done.
Yeah, I know.
Um,
Well, okay, so we'll do for sure the American Legion. We'll
Yeah,
take
for
that.
sure, that one, and maybe, what's the next meeting with the Legion?
11,
You gotta be there, Gary.
What time?
All right.
10 in the morning,
Oh, yeah, everything's like.
Saturday, yeah. Saturday.
All right.
I can make it.
And when is you talking about the other presentation for what date?
What are we talking about here?
He's talking about the council meeting.
Oh, okay.
Like the
Yeah,
big
you
check.
need to be there, May 14th,
May 14th.
because you're representing American Legion, you can be at that.
Or maybe see about other members too, just so it's not just committee
Yeah.
member, Legion members. Or Veterans
Yeah.
Committee, Legion
Bring
members.
some other Legion members, sure. We can do that.
We'll need a good picture.
Okay, new business, Memorial Day. Somewhere along the line, the binder for Memorial Day went somewhere.
Right here.
All right, so I am not gonna be here for Memorial Day. I am attending a wedding at Lansing, Michigan, but I basically have everything you need to conduct the ceremony. It's in there, so whoever's gonna be the MC, will include the entire script. What are you gonna say? So what we gotta figure out right now is those moving parts that we don't control totally. Well, we need someone to do color guard. So honor guard, can we use a guy from town of Miami Lakes, police
We
officers?
can reach out to him.
Yeah, so let's ask, Officer Amador, we go about this. First thing is, of course, is let's figure out what day we're gonna do it on.
Yeah, just a little
That little detail there.
background. I had a little bit of a concern with, since it's a federal holiday, the staffing questions that I had because, we're pretty much a bunch of old guys and the young lady on this committee, and so the concern about not having enough manpower to bring everything out, not having staff available since it's a federal holiday,
We got younger
I-
guys now too.
but it's just,
Yeah,
it's
I'll
twofold.
be here.
You won't be here?
I'll be in the middle of the ocean.
no.
But it's twofold. It's that, but
He's not-
also
You planning to do that swimming?
No, we had cruise.
I was told it wouldn't be a problem janitorial wise. My only thing is I still think it should be a ceremony that's moved it back inside as it had been in years past, because moving the tables and chairs and tents out to the field.
College.
As much as we like to say the volunteerism would come through, I feel like sometimes we get just stuck in that heat. Not enough people are bringing out chairs. We can't reliably rely on janitorial because they're busy maintaining the park. And that's regardless of if it's on Monday or Sunday.
So could
Saturday,
we-
I think is out of the question because they have
Friday.
a program going on in the morning at that time, so. My opinion is, or my suggestion rather, is we can have it that Monday. On the day of Memorial Day. In Mary Collins, we have the chairs, we can bring in the statue because it's right 10 feet away in storage, we have tables for any reception or
Yeah,
The flags are there.
the flags are
yeah,
there.
that's what I said.
And I think it avoids a lot of
Yeah.
headache of,
Of
you know, what weather may look like. Our volunteers can be there because if it's inside, it's really no problem. The chair's already inside, the tables are inside.
So you recommend we do it on the actual Memorial Day?
On Memorial Day inside.
Okay.
Now. I still have to get clarification from Parks because there's scheduled, I think it's yoga and tai
Yeah, you
chi.
have to check it because.
But if it's a federal holiday, I don't know if that's still something that's happening.
No.
And
Ideally, it's not.
in Mary Collins, they're gonna do yoga and Tai Chi?
Yeah, in the big room, they have, it's scheduled in the morning. I still want that clarification of if it's gonna be going on because
Which one?
Monday, the
Memorial
actual,
Day night, not
actual
Memorial Day.
Memorial Day that we scheduled the event for.
What time?
time do we do it at?
It, historically, it's been 11, I think
I think we would need to,
there's just like, there is an overlap though.
we would need a little bit of time because it's to prepare the room.
Yeah,
Put the
that's true.
statue in, put some bunny material up the tables, get the chairs set up. And usually Memorial Day is a thing that's celebrated in the morning, correct?
Yeah.
So is that a conflict?
He was suggesting that the ceremony kick off at 11.
Oh,
so
if-
we can start off, we can, you know, what do you think, Larry?
Start on the ninth.
Well, the 11:10,
If we did it at 11, I'm just thinking, last year we had a picnic afterwards, remember Gary?
We tried, yeah.
It was really nice because Memorial Day, we kind of associate with, we celebrate and we honor the dead and then, of course, will we be able to do that again this year? Can the American Legion sponsor the barbecue?
Then we have to go outside. It's tough because you have to get funds.
I mean, after the ceremony is.
Somebody will cook.
But the cook, that's the trouble. We need some. Two cook to, that's it.
you mean it-
But you definitely have to get money.
It was well received last year, that's why.
Well, that was a service.
Right.
Do you mean a
Yeah.
barbecue is just like,
Well, I can ask him again, see if he can give us a comment, we have food for 50 people.
Yeah.
I mean the food.
I can ask, maybe Troa, Rufino, I just give him,
Yeah. why
maybe
not?
that can help us.
Yeah.
Something simple doesn't have to, establish.
When you
Maybe
say
that,
barbecue,
you know.
you mean the food that was brought, not like
Yeah,
a
I'm
proper.
sorry.
Yeah, right.
Okay, because I was thinking pavilions and I don't know.
No, that's why I was saying initially, then you have to go outside. No, this way, you can stay
So
inside.
yeah, that's my
Yeah.
recommendation. Keep it Monday, the holiday.
All right, and do it at 11 o'clock. Okay, so, let's make a motion for it to be on Monday, Labor Day. Which is
Memorial.
what date exactly?
Memorial Day.
Memorial Day, I'm sorry,
May
Memorial Day.
27th at 11 a.m.
How are we broadcasting it to town residents?
Let me get this motion done first.
Yeah.
And, okay, so a motion on the table for the 27th to do the ceremony in Mary Collins Center at 11.
Yeah.
Is there a second on that motion?
Second,
Second by Pedro. All those in favor?
William, would you think about maybe fixing sandwiches?
Yeah, I think so.
No?
Whatever,
Mm.
whatever.
What do you think?
Last time, we only had food for like 15, 20 people and then we
The
fed,
only
I don't
thing is,
know,
everybody
everybody.
donated, I want to make it
Bunch
easier.
of people. Yeah, I mean, it was not
So I'm
miraculous.
asking for a
It's way
donation.
cheaper to do the tray than
Yeah.
to do the
The tray,
sandwiches.
serving,
Yeah, do the tray of food is a
The
lot
trays
cheaper.
were good. I think it was pork and.
Yeah, it was pork, it was pork, it was
plantains
rice,
and
it
more
was
of
plantains,
it,
it was-
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, ask it.
yeah, one tray of each,
That's
is awesome,
cheaper
we
than
fed a bunch,
sandwiches.
you know.
50 people, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask him.
To
Thank you.
answer your
Anyway, I
question,
give it in
it'll
$100
be live streamed.
without a meal.
No, like, how are we letting people know so that they can attend?
Oh,
Advertising.
like,
Yeah.
it'll be on our calendar, on our social medias. I needed a date before we started pushing
Yeah.
it out, but
And also, we're gonna push it out to the American Legion. Really, the audience, the target audience for me tends to be the veterans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
it's work, it's not work day, it's federal holiday, but, you know,
A lot of people just.
Monday, 11 a.m. People who want to
Yeah.
show up will show up. I mean, that goes for any event, that's like not news, but, we'll get it into the Laker. We already talked to them about everything up until June. So
Okay, now so we have the date, we have the time, we have the location.
We need to make a sign that says the ceremony's inside, so they don't
Yeah,
think it's
yeah,
not
no,
happening.
I have the draft of the event slot and I have the photo we're gonna use.
And we're gonna ask, Officer Amador to provide the honor card, correct?
Yeah,
And Taps, the trumpet player.
I gave you, Joshua's contact, is that you, no, I think you asked.
L is for something else. L
Okay.
is for the burial of Walker Benak, whose remains were found 82 years later.
That's right, did you guys talk, did you get it done?
He was a World War II veteran, yeah, we did the whole ceremony.
And they sent the kid?
The Army took it.
Nice.
The Army actually brought their own, they treated him as if he had died on active duty, even though he did die on active duty 82 years ago.
Right.
Wow.
And Papua New Guinea,
Wow.
fighting the Japanese.
Yeah.
It was amazing, it was an amazing. ceremony.
That's where Biden's, right.
They ate them, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Don't go there. All right, so, yeah, for Taps, can someone please contact back?
Mr. Guzman, yes.
Thank you, Julie. And, are we going to have someone who sings the national anthem? The singer I used to deal with, Brianna, she just went to University of Georgia, so she's.
Julie, can you sing them?
No.
About the, violin player,
What's that?
that violin player that we used for September 11th.
For the
That would be
national
nice,
anthem?
but
That's a
I
good
don't-
touch.
I don't know, I mean, I don't know who he is, I don't have his contact. Do they-
Carolina brought it.
Yeah.
Grammar National, she was the one run by. She paid for it.
All right, then, can someone take care of that? And arrange for the violinist to play the national anthem?
Yeah.
I call her.
And then the last thing we need, and we'll probably do it the way we did it last time, we just draft people who show
Yes.
up. Veterans reading each Congressional Medal of Honor citation.
Can I jump in on that a little bit?
Sure,
We started, 'cause in your absence, last week, we started to talk a little bit about, what we would do in your absence.
oh,
And one of the things that we thought was that Gary would be our MC, if he still wants to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. And we have a pretty good script, it's short, I think it's to the point. And then I thought that, we would at the American Legion meeting on Saturday, we would ask a representative from each service to correspond with the award winners.
is the American Legion meeting this Saturday?
Next.
Next
Next Saturday.
All right.
Right, and we would, and this way we could give them the script, some people are excellent readers, they can just move right along with it quick and it sounds
but they
great.
can study.
But other people, you give it to them the last minute, it just doesn't come out smooth.
Yeah, this way they can start.
They can
rehearsing
practice it a little bit and it'll be smooth. And then the other thing was that, I wanted a person, if I may, if you would give me the same thing that you had last year on the,
Oh, for the battle,
on the
yeah,
battle, I would do
Boots on
that.
the ground,
I would read that during the,
the right,
at that point.
Oh, the battlefield problem?
Battle.
Yeah,
that'll be good.
So,
So-
Bill sent me the citations, that's what it's called, right, citations?
yes.
And I already made the program, the bones of it, so I can send over the citation so they can search.
And one other thing, Jonathan, with get some bunning material to put on the tables over in front, and where like we did at the previous ceremonies. Do we have that bunning material? Do we need to buy some? I brought some personally last.
That
time.
was for the rectangular, for the bell ringing, right?
Yeah,
I
I went out and I got some last time, I gave it away to another organization, so, I'll get it again with us.
There's,
You want me to bring water?
Yes, please.
Oh, that'd be great.
30 cases.
well,
Like-
again, it'll be inside now, so we're,
Not so many.
but still,
Yeah. Over the food.
what was last year?
And then lastly,
Cases.
Yeah, whatever we did last
the
year.
battlefield
145
cross
water.
itself in the Mary Trial
That's
Center,
fine, yeah.
can you help me get that out
Yep.
ahead of time, not?
And we won't drop it on my finger next.
Pardon?
We won't drop it on my finger. next time.
Oh, I can't, you put your finger on it.
It's not his fault.
All right,
I can't hold it with.
It was your Purple Heart event, congratulations. Yeah.
Oh, purple.
I like
Purple.
Instead of purple, you have 9 more.
Black and blue.
Yeah. The wreath, what happened with the wreath? That last year, the wreath didn't.
Yeah, what happened was, it got lost because
Went to the wrong
it
address.
went to the wrong address. It was the city of, the town of Hialeah, the women's.
The
garden
women's,
club.
the club, here.
Yeah, Women's Garden Club of Hialeah, and it went to the wrong address. So hopefully it'll go to the right address. Who was the point of contact?
I have no idea. It wasn't me.
I think you called him the last night. You spoke to him.
I know. Probably did. However, my memory
I
is
thought-
failing me already.
Right.
I probably have it on my saved contacts. I'll look for it.
I'll have a stand for it,
Yeah.
and hopefully it'll show up.
You know, and if it doesn't, bring a dog tag. Because we can just walk the dog tag to the Battlefield Cross. You know, and then you describe what the Battlefield Cross is and what the dog tags mean. Because, you know, I'm sure you have been in your units, but we would have a Battlefield Cross set up in our headquarters building every time I had one. And every single one we lost, we would just hang it on the pistol grip, you know, each dog tag. You know, that area.
You did an awesome job last year.
Yeah, I think.
That-
Yeah.
the entire ceremony, I think that was probably the most listened to, the most heartfelt portion of the whole ceremony.
Yeah, but I think because, you know, once you, like, you know, by Second Marine Division, there was just so many dog tags that we actually set up 2 battlefield posts. Because the pistol grip was full with like 500 dog tags, so we did it to them.
There was one other thing that's synonymous with Memorial Day that we kind of go light on, but at every Memorial Day ceremony I've been to my entire life, and I've been to a lot of them, they always pass out the poppies, the fake poppies. And it's very symbolic to Memorial Day, you know, and that you can buy them online at Amazon, and that's
I mean, I
something.
know the American Legion used to give them out and they would do donations, you know, like, hey, you
Yeah.
know, people, you know, it was one of these voluntary donations. You're gonna get a poppy. You give $1, you give 1 cent, you get nothing, you know what I mean? It was one of these things, you know, so I don't know if the American Legion wants to do that, well, you know, they put some cans there and we just pass out
And we have the
poppies.
cans.
If anybody wants to put money in the can, they can put
We have
money.
the can.
Yeah, so we got the
I can
cans,
order some.
so we got the poppy.
You want me to order poppies?
Yeah.
It's probably, we're not talking a lot of money, you're probably talking $50.
Probably generate,
But
yeah,
I have to order them now.
probably get about $20 and
So we got the food, should we say 11:30 or we should get it at 11 o'clock?
well, the ceremony starts at
I
11.
would have it there,
11,
have it there at 11:15, so it gets into the setup and it's ready to go. when-
Yeah, the ceremony starts at 11, right, so
That's
they're at least
10:45.
Yeah.
Yeah. That way they know, early is better.
Is that gonna have maybe two?
And it'll be,
Maybe there.
it'll be 10:45.
Or any of the mayor, any of the town officials, councilmen, mayor.
Yeah,
vice
now
mayor.
that we have a date, I mean, they also show up.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, let us know ahead of time if they're gonna speak, we can, you know, we can figure them in.
yeah, I'm sure the mayor's gonna wanna say something. He's in Dade County, so,
And I'm sure that,
you know, what we'll do is we'll put him, if he wants to speak, put him before the Congressional Medal of Honor readings, you know what I mean?
I'm sure the new council member will.
That's a welcome.
This will be his first
Yeah.
event, and I'm sure he won't be
Yeah.
opposed to it.
Because this is our last meeting before that event, that's why we
Right.
worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, one thing I don't wanna do is I don't wanna hear what I heard last, and, you know, the 9/11 ceremony where they were all basically saying, I was in 5th grade when 9/11 happened. I was in
It's always
7th grade. I remember seeing it in the news in high school. I mean, I'm not making it up, I'm like one.
Larry.
You know, that's, you know, we do put them on the spot when they really have anything to say.
Yeah.
What?
no.
Your sound system that you have.
Huh?
Our
I
sound.
can bring that, yeah, you want that?
Yeah.
Speaking of sound system, the Fender, the good sound system, it's out of commission for the entire town.
No, but we have a big one.
That's,
We
what-
have-
yeah, I'm
that's
gonna bring it, but that's really not a good sound system, really isn't good at all.
It's inside.
That's just in
I know,
general,
but-
I know the committee loved that system, the one that we fought for 9/11,
Well, I mean, the one that only
That
worked
doesn't work.
the one that didn't work.
once out of 5 events.
Yes, and now it's.
Can we make a
available
PO to get a new
Now it's
one?
broken.
Further, yes, not,
You mean it wasn't broken those 4 little times it didn't work?
The stand, no, it was just impossible to find, and now we find it and the stands are missing, so we can.
We're gonna have a podium there.
Wait, so
the
that's the
podium-
only thing that's wrong, that the stands are missing?
Yeah, but
Besides the audio.
they're rounded units, so if you try to lay it down, it'll just fall over.
Well, regardless, we're indoors.
Like a
So
second
indoors, we can protect our voice.
Yeah.
So,
We have
That's-
one, we have one.
yeah, yeah, so.
Make sure it's.
You have two, we have that, and I have another.
It was donated to us, no? Somebody donated to us.
Ladies and gentlemen, Okay, let's talk about it. Now we got, the taps secured, we have, the food being worked on. We have the national anthem violinist.
Let's see, I wanna talk to her, see.
See what she says,
She had
And
me
I
out of
reached
it.
out to Guzman, and if he doesn't answer, I need to start going home, and I feel bad, I always use Highland Gardens.
yes,
So some people,
and, I'll see if I can
but
find
home
them.
is hard, they're very busy,
But
they're so busy.
if we don't have the wreath, we'll do the dog tag. I think the dog tag.
Anything, like, try to get them,
Oh, yeah.
they should be the 5K for me. And
Yeah,
I'm-
I think
it's all.
And my best friend's baby,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna.
I think the dog tag.
So certain things on Memorial Day, every year Memorial Day, the President of the United States
Actually, I'm gonna start.
puts a wreath in front of.
She actually works for me.
She's
She's in the band. She's a
Things have been
junior.
tradition
I got it.
forever, and so the wreath is really, it's there.
I've never tried to call him.
Yeah.
I go through.
Did we do the
like,
wreath for
principal
9/11?
No.
They do it through the principal, you'll
I think the last time we did a wreath was.
Because he has the problem explaining.
Last time Harold, but it got lost. Didn't show up.
Drumline.
So that's when we did we kind of impromptu did the dog tag. Okay, so now as far as, so the event starts at 11. So setup, I guess will be about 10.
Yeah.
It's all indoors,
Yeah.
so it should be pretty quick. So folks show up
Either at
about
10.
10.
We have a huge event at our gym where we honor, a hero named Murph. It's like a big popular event. So I always give the big speech, so I'll be late. I'll be doing Murph and then coming right into the.
What do you do for Murph? Maybe you can do something for us.
You know what the Murph is?
Yeah, Murphy, the marijuana one, right?
Yeah, it's a CrossFit exercise thing.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe as the fail safe I mentioned, if the programs are still running on Monday for some reason, I would say. If we opt to do it on the Sunday, I know that changes schedules, and I know that means we don't technically still have an official date, but. Let's have a priority for that Monday, like I said,
Sunday wouldn't be acceptable. It would not be acceptable.
agree.
I mean, there's no, the Memorial Day, it's like celebrating Christmas the day after.
Correct.
Memorial Day is Memorial Day. If you're disrespectful
Which was also
to the
crazy.
veterans, if we have it any other time.
Yeah, I mean, how angry would the yoga and the Pilates people be if they say, hey, listen, we had to cancel your event because the Memorial Day event's gonna be.
I think it happens early, like super early.
Well,
My mom used to go to the yoga, so I'm pretty sure it happens. early.
Yeah.
They know that town, when town is closed, the park is closed.
that's when the
Committee yet?
Cause my assumption is it should be canceled, but.
And with
Yeah.
public safety issues.
When the town is
should have asked.
closed for a
That
holiday,
needs to go to that.
there's no activity there.
Island are.
But she's not chair of it.
No, she's not.
Two options, one, find out if there's a conflict, and if there is a conflict, notify them that their events have been canceled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go, tell them to go outside.
Yeah. They could be really-
Somebody.
Tell them to caution CrossFit, and let them.
If they have a complaint, please, have them call me.
Murph.
Yeah, it's mixed. It's Tai Chi, we're doing the
The
Murph.
Murph. Get wrapped.
No, there's a federal holiday.
It's a 2 miles, it's 100 pull
Island
up,
is closed.
200 push up, and 300 to sit.
I think it's something like Murphy or something.
It's burpees too, right?
Michael, Lieutenant Michael Murphy. Who got the.
So, yeah,
Yeah,
I think.
not Audie Murphy, he got the Medal of Honor too, and he was a movie star, but he survived. Then Michael Murphy was a Navy SEAL, they named him Murph after him.
But I'll be coming in at like. the
You're gonna do,
last minute.
you're gonna do a full Murph, 2
I will.
miles,
Oh, yeah.
100 pull.
Yeah.
Oh, good for you, man.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Mhm.
All right. Make sure you use some deodorant, that you're gonna approve.
Week of Freedom.
Rico Freedom is that? Yeah, okay, yeah, that's what you wanna call it? Okay. Someone else will let you know where you can read them. Anyway, okay, moving right along, the committee report. Is there any other issues dealing with Memorial Day? So we got the date, we got the time, we got the location. And contact to read. Reed doing contacting the taps. Pedro's contacting the national anthem and the food. And when we have our Legion meeting, we will find people who are gonna be doing the readings of the congressional medal of honor. So, okay. And they are printed in large print. To make it easier.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, it's funny, the one you picked for the Army, at our last meeting, Bill Knickerbocker already volunteered to read them.
Yeah, I knew he would. All right, so,
Meeting on the calendar already?
The next meeting would be, oh,
yeah, go ahead.
I usually know this. June sixth.
Okay.
So,
June 6th.
the deadline for the council report is May 31st, that's why we. Had to talk about it now, which is like seemingly far out, but
And I know this is always away, but we probably had to delay the one in July, because I don't think we'll have a meeting in July.
yeah, it's not on the calendar.
Yeah, let's,
Yeah,
let's deal with the alligator. So the committee report, what are you looking at us?
I mean, it's just the regularly scheduled.
What we've done?
Yeah,
what we're planning to do.
maybe. This is,
That's when
I don't wanna-
that's what I'm gonna tell them that, you know, the committee raised $10,000 for the park. That's for a Veterans Memorial, in order to offset costs of the town. You're welcome, town.
Yeah.
That's when I'll put it in their face.
7 scholarships,
7 scholarships.
reprinting the banners.
Send me the format so I can print it out and I can type it all in.
I'm just bringing it up because the committee especially has to vote on it. So we
Oh,
get to speak for the
Okay, so we gotta.
We'll have a meeting before the next.
Right, because he has to speak for the committee.
Okay, so
Can't do that without a vote.
let's
You can
go
bring
over
about
our
it,
accomplishments.
yeah.
We gave $10,000 to the town for the Memorial Park. 7 scholarships.
Yeah, 7 applications in the very first year.
So
we had
how
a-
much money do we have? For that?
60,000 for the scholarships, so
60.
2,200 and 2,300 each.
It's not 17.
No, it was,
No, that was the year before. That's the one we're using with the 10,000 and the
Yeah,
5,000.
no, that was like,
divided by 7.
2025.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wow, that's good. That's pretty good.
Thanks, thank you.
Pretty awesome.
it should be, it should be.
I'm gonna go do 100 push-ups when I'm done with this.
You can say too that we had a woman of the year.
Someone has what is it? How much do we need just to make it an even 23? Everybody shell out $15 for each one.
Again, I would suggest, talking about the banners, we're reprinting all of them, that's like a big deal.
Banner being reprinted and donated by,
And part,
Red Center, yeah.
President, yeah.
the part of the committee.
Or by that time it'll already be up.
Huh?
By that time it'll already be up.
No, but it's still.
And did you redesign?
No.
No,
So the same things on the
I
back,
could, yeah,
because you guys were all over that last time.
it's really pretty design and
You like it.
there are too many banners for me to get they weren't really willing to give me the entire full Excel sheet of
All right.
their name, their service years, their photo there.
Who's gonna be
Yeah,
the
And I
vendor?
could not find
So it'd
them.
be the same way.
Yeah, the Herschel doesn't have.
I couldn't find them.
So 10 grand to the town for the park, 7 scholarships, $2,300. Rounding up. The banners, what else? Anything else?
The garden.
But I don't know if I'm gonna have my 5-paragraph order with annexes ready by then.
You Save it.
The
Yeah.
5K. Talk about all the events that are upcoming,
Yeah.
Yeah.
including the 5K,
Upcoming events.
including 9/11. The
Are we
veterans-
doing 9/11 or is public safety doing
Well,
9?
that's what we were discussing earlier.
Okay.
Is Nancy, has anybody contacted Nancy from?
Jonathan,
from
yeah.
Public
Yeah.
Safety?
I think you may need to speak with Nancy again.
Again?
because, Yeah, she's concerned about the budget aspect and
I told her that I'll transfer my entire.
I
budget
know,
over.
I told her.
I did it in the whole committee meeting.
I give her the heads up.
But
about that.
Isle and I are still actively
And the
working
workshop.
on it, kind of in this void between our committees. Maybe having it at the fire station. I know we talked about having it out here. Maybe having it at the fire station.
That'll be a better.
Is the town manager still having his quarterly meetings with all,
Yes.
community church? When's the next one?
Yes. He has it.
Yeah, I already brought it up in the last board meeting.
Okay.
Yeah,
And,
it was brought up
It was brought up.
with hesitation, so it's,
Yeah, it's,
um, But yeah, I think Alan and I spoke about that this morning, actually, about the fire station. I think it could be interesting.
When's the next, public safety committee meeting? Are you the liaison for that committee too?
I'm going to be so.
All right, so upcoming events, we have 9 Patriots Day, 9/11, and we have, Veterans Day.
We apologize that you have to be on our committee.
All right, anything else that needs to be mentioned?
I can send you guys the next.
Okay, so I'd like to make a motion that we approve the following topics, the $10,000 being used to set up the memorial at the Veterans Park, the 7 scholarships for, $2,300 each, the banners being reprinted and hung up, and the upcoming events dealing with Patriot Day and Veterans Day. And assuming that Patriot Day does not, and I'll even mention it, it doesn't get taken over by, public safety.
Their next meeting is May 20th.
All right. So that motion's on the table. Anybody second it?
Second.
Second by Pedro. All those in favor of those being the items to be discussed?
Aye.
Aye. Both passed.
I think the last point is budget. Officially, we have to have our budget submitted by the end of this month, but we don't need it again. I think. For the towns.
I think we should just submit to what we had last year. So let's just submit the same thing. They never approve it anyway, because we fundraise so much that we don't cost the town a cent.
But what
We
we
make
did,
this sound.
what we did last year, I remember was, I mean, we didn't get more money, but we had more accounts now, like we have a Memorial Day account.
Yeah, we have line numbers, so just in case,
Maybe we can put money in the 9/11 on the Patriot Day thing, and then let's make a motion to vote it out that we don't do it anymore and give it to them. With money.
it has no money.
What's the line item for it?
It has the line item and it has no money in it. That's the problem. At the coordinating meeting, I told her
Also some
right straight,
lights.
because I knew that budget I knew that money. She goes, well, do I get the budget? And I go, yes, plus an extra $1 in my pocket. And then she goes, what's the budget? And I go, 0. And then Ed Peterman starts laughing. He goes, yeah, it's 0. And I go, you made $1. So, I mean, yeah, so there is no budget. It's just a line item for the 9/11.
Water.
Yeah, so, all right, folks, anything else? Motion to adjourn?
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much.